We are back out here at Scolicare again with head clinician Dr. Xavier Counts. And so earlier we talked about adolescent scoliosis and the early signs, but when do doctors really decide to start that treatment?
It depends on the case. Every case is so unique, and that's one important point that I want to make, is that there's not one size fits all approach to any of this. But if you have been diagnosed with scoliosis, a curve of 10 degrees or more, treatment should start then. Monitoring is never the way to go, always being proactive and taking advantage of the treatment options that we have available to us today that we didn't have 10, 20, 30 years ago. The sooner you begin treatment, the earlier you begin it, the better clinical outcomes we see as well. And when you get up to curves that are 20 to 25 degrees, you have to take more drastic actions, not only to maintain and make sure that your curves aren't getting worse, but also to get the best results and possibly even correct the spine.
Right. I have heard about the watch and wait approach, especially with kids. And so is that something that you should start right then and there? Like, how does that really work? I know everything is like a case-by-case basis.
Of course, yes. Going back to it again, research has evolved so much over the course of the last 20 years. We know that kids don't just magically grow out of their scoliosis. There might be a few cases of that here and there, but you certainly don't want to put your eggs in that basket. You want to be proactive and take advantage again of all these options that we have, from therapy and bracing and even exercises that you can do at home that make such a drastic difference, not only in the way that the x-rays look, but also in how your kids feel, meaning make sure we're avoiding pain, and also little things that may not seem like a big deal to you as parents, but your child certainly cares about, meaning like the aesthetics. Are their shoulders uneven? Is their rib arching out? Are their hips uneven? Those are all things kids care about that early prevention can really make a big difference in.
And so how does treatment really escalate as the curve progresses?
Yeah, and that's as curves progress, care has to progress with it, right? So the more severe the curve, the more severe the intervention is. And what we're really trying to avoid here at Scolicare is the need for surgery. Not that there's not a time and a place for it, and even that there's cases where that's the only option is surgery. But with easier to fit into lifestyle types of modifications, from exercise with ScoliBalance, our at-home therapy approach, as well as ScoliBrace, you can hopefully take surgery off the table altogether.
So it does sound like timing is absolutely critical when it comes to this, but are there risks with starting treatment too early and too late?
Yeah, with being too late, the options get very, very narrow. And that's where a lot of kids, if they catch their scoliosis much later, surgery might be their only option. But really, if you've been diagnosed, there's no too early. There's always things that we can do, even if it's just simple exercises. And of course, that's the other advantage to getting started early, is we can monitor very closely. Rather than just waiting and doing nothing, we can x-ray every 3 months or every 6 months and really track the progression, because that helps us come up with the best treatment options for you.
Yeah, and of course the parents are probably certainly worried about this. And so any tips out there that you would give to parents?
Yeah, tips are don't wait and watch. Don't monitor. That's one of the worst things that you can do. Be proactive about it and do your research. And if you're unsure of where to find that research, our website is a great place for that. If you want to come in and consult with us for free here at Scolicare Louisville, we can always sit down and walk you through what the best options are, and even come up with like a customized treatment plan for you or your child.
All right, well, thank you so much for having us out today. We are featuring them all throughout the month of June, because June is Scoliosis Awareness Month. So to get in touch with his team and to learn more, just go to scolicare.com.